So my name is Emeric Duchesne, and I'm a passionate harmony wheat farmer from France. You may wonder what is a harmony farmer, actually. A farmer living in harmony with nature. It's true, you're right, but being a harmony farmer means so much more. And definitely not speaking in front of you in Brussels with 40 people. So pardon my French. It means that I'm part of a program grounded in regenerative agriculture that has been developed over the last decade with scientists, Mondelēz International, and farmers like me to protect nature, enhance biodiversity, and contribute to carbon emissions reductions in wheat agriculture. But let me start from the beginning. I come from a family of farmers and grew up on a farm located in the north of Paris. I took the farm over from my father, as it's part of our DNA. But as a young man, I started doing something else after graduation from a business school in France in 2007. And I worked a few years abroad in finance for companies in London and Paris. But the call to nature was bigger. And I decided to come back and develop my own family business in agriculture and become a farmer. I took over the 200 farm from my father. And since 2012, I work and live there with my wife and my 3 kids, where I developed a permanent focus on carbon sequestration and ESG considerations. The farm production is mainly composed of wheat, sugar beets, oilseed rapes, peas, and linen, as well as the production of biogas since 2021. Our wheat goes to the Val France cooperative, from there to the Corbeil miller, and is finally being used by Mondelēz plant in France, like the one in Jussy, which is about an hour and a half from the farm. You might know products like Le Napolitain, Le Cracotte, or Milka Tender, which are produced there. And the interesting thing is that everything is local and close to the farm, and what a better deal for traceability. I bring actually a couple of them, so for the people who are hungry, feel free to take some of them. And the interesting thing, I'll give it to you and you can, help yourself. And the interesting thing is that you've got a little harmony label on the pack. And this is very important for me because I know exactly where my wheat is going and consumer can see it and refer to it. But let's come back to my motivation being a farmer today and why did I decide to leave my finance career. My main motivation was, and is still today, the contact with nature. I have the luck to be on the ground each day, and I worked with natural resources and all the natural ingredients. We can learn a lot from nature, and being a farmer is a passionate job because you might have the agriculture theories on one end, but then the everyday life is a bit different, and the reality of nature is quite different. You are constantly challenged, and every day you have to adapt to nature. Another motivation is feeding the planet, of course. The main objective of agriculture is to feed humans and animals. I work every day to help achieve this the best way possible. And today's technology helps us to do an even better job. Be more precise, be more efficient, and it's a profession that is evolving very fast, and that is fascinating. Last but not least, climate. I'm convinced that we farmers are climate soldiers because of the photosynthesis phenomena based on our plants. We hold carbon of the atmosphere, and farmers have a big role to play in the global warming of the planet, and we need to act. I am convinced that we farmers are part of the solution. Take biodiversity as one example. It is an integral part of our agricultural ecosystem. We are conscious of the fact that to preserve the planet, we need to contribute to protecting biodiversity, the health of our soil. It's part of our daily job, as this allows us to produce our crops. And our crops need insects. It's all interlinked. I have, on my farm, 3 kilometers of hedges. I do have nest boxes, and they all have a clear effect on local biodiversity, going from birds to bees. I also do have a bee hotel, and you may laugh, because it's an idea coming from Mondelēz that they recently proposed to me, and I fully support. Why not? Of course, farming has changed over time, and it's not always an easy to be an independent farmer like me, to stay up to date with all the fast development that we have in Europe, in the US, or in the world. New technology, new approaches, you name it. Each day, I continue to learn and to train myself, but we do not always have the opportunity to get access to best practices like you will do with big companies. Exchange best practices, knowledge, training. It's very important for us on a true value creation. And the 1,360 Harmony farmers in 7 European countries can be a great source of inspiration to me. What a great network. The beauty for me, it's to be part of the Harmony program created by an international company like Mondelēz, is the access to knowledge and innovation, but even more. It shows the added value of more sustainable practices. With Valfrance, the cooperative I'm working with on our farm, we have been pioneers this. It's great to collaborate with an industrial player who shares this conviction and cares for sustainability. They created a significant scale and have rolled out the Harmony Charter to more than 50,000 hectares of wheat fields. But it also provides me with visibility across the value chain, and it's very super helpful. I know what happens exactly with my wheat from the grain to the final product, and in this case, biscuits. I also better understand the needs of biscuits produced like Mondelēz, for example. I've learned to better understand what type of wheat I need to produce that best serves the purpose of baking biscuits. Also, of course, I get a premium for this. And growing Harmony wheat creates added value. As you are selling more sustainable wheat, this allows us further invest in new and more sustainable agricultural practices. Not to underestimate the importance of marketing and communication on the good agricultural practices that we apply as farmers. It's great to show the general public that we work together with industrials in the right way for the environment. Farmers are not always the best communicators, as you can know. So making use of the expertise of a company such as Mondelēz really helps us. We need to work with partnership on each step of the value chain, which is with a shared vision to aim for the future where people and planet can thrive together. Thank you.